There is always a debate. Do I need to meditate every day? Or should I go to a temple all the time and pray? Or is it okay to not to believe in God? These are the questions that comes up again and again. So today we are here with Sri Acharyananda, who leads a Hamsa way of life and adept master in Sri Vidhya. Sri Acharyananda is here with us to clarify certain doubts in our daily life and spirituality. Hi. Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
You are known as a master of Sri Vidhya. So what is Sri Vidhya and why do I need to do it?
Sri Vidhya is more of a practical way of spirituality, I would rather say. Basically, I would quote a conversation between Lord Shiva and Parvati, where Ma Parvati asks the same question to Lord Shiva, that there are numerous ways to attain God, like Vedas, doing yoga, many things. And Lord Shiva is like overwhelmed and he says, Parvati, and what of it? What is the problem? Parvati says that no, there is numerous way which has limitations. If you take Vedas, a particular sect or community is given the utmost preference. If you have to learn the Vedas or whatsoever, the particular sect is given the utmost preference for it. It is not available to everybody. So anything you take like that, there is always a block towards it. So you cannot just like that go to somewhere and learn something and you can attain whatever the status you want. So this was the bottleneck that time. So Ma Parvati requested Lord Shiva to give her a prominent way where everybody can become a sadhaka, can become can update themselves to an enlightened being. So that is where the Sri Vidya is born. So that is when Lord Shiva gives Sri Chakra to Devi and teaches Panchadasakshari and also gives the Tantra Vidya. Tantra is like how we see those things. Before emerging into Sri Vidya Upasana, before giving it to Ma Parvati, Lord Shiva introduced 64 other tantras on the first phase. So that 64 again made Ma Parvati angry because she asked for one and now it is again 64. So again this might create a confusion and so on. So Ma Parvati was like, give me one thing which summarizes, put together the Vedas or the practicality of it. So we want such a grip and a solid way of life which can lead us to the Parabrahma. So that is when the rise of Sri Vidya takes place. So Sri Vidya, as the name says, it is Sri. Sri is prosperity. Vidya is art. So any progress in human nature is considered as prosperity. Anything has to progress in a way in order for us to believe that it is prosperous. So we have to be prosperous. In order to be prosperous, we should have to have knowledge of what we want first. You cannot be a person of confusion and become prosperous. You should have to have a certain clarity. You should have to have a certain vision towards your life. Then you can become something. So Sri Vidya is one art where the mantra, the perceptions, tantra, what you want, and yantra, the world, all these three come into a single being form and delivers the result. So Sri Vidya has ever been a bit secret. It is secret not because this should not be taught to the world, but the masters, the world masters have always tested a commitment factor. Is a person really willing to grow, or he just poses for the society needs? Maybe he is into a revenge mode of his life. He wanted to prove something to someone, that's why he is wishing for progress. Not for his own soul, not for his own self. He is wishing just to overtake people. So such things are not entertained by old masters. They have always tested this commitment factor. So, when this commitment factor is satisfactorily addressed, they teach Sri Vidya to the disciples. That is when they are accepted as disciples. So, that is not to be mistaken as secret or like that. So, this is Sri Vidya in a brief.
But here is my doubt. In today's world, people go to the therapy and they also use meditation app. But why do we need to do Sri Vidya in 2025?
Meditation apps, see, there is two things. If you wanted to make yourself calm, then there are numerous ways. You can go to a therapist, you can go to associated meditating apps. You can think of even better ways to calm yourself. You can go for a swimming, you can go for a hike, even. But when your problem is not calming down, when your problem is literally on progress, as I said, it is Sri Vidya. When your problem is progress, you come to me. If you want to calm down, I don't think I'm the good. No. Because when you calm down, it is entirely a different process. If you ask, then people here with me or disciples from me don't calm down. No. Calming down is not the apex belief here. Only calming down is not going to solve any problem. So, calming down is not the apex belief here. So, in 2025, how is it relevant? If you ask me, I will say progress is more relevant in 2025. Progress is very relevant. Everybody wants to push their limits. How will you do it without clarity, without even knowing what you want? How will you strive for what you want? First, you have to know. That's the point.
I need to share something from my own experience. I meditate and I also go to temple. Everything. I don't do everything. But most of the time, the effect that doesn't come to me, but it goes to the people around me. First, I thought it was just the jealous. So then, if when I take a look into it, it's not like that. I'm not jealous of them, but my energy was actually flowing to them. So, what do you tell about it?
Like you are telling, like you practice meditation, you go to temple, but the effect you see is on the other people, not on you.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know about your personal life, but people generally in 2025, as you quoted, is more leaning towards relationships. More leaning towards relationships. They are like too much caring about it. I would not even blame the caring part, but the responsibility part. What they are thinking that they are responsible for. That is too much overload. People take responsibility for too much. If I have a friend, and friend itself is a lesser responsible role, I need not be too responsible for my friend. But in today's world, I see every relationship world is burdened with such a big responsibility. So this responsibility itself creates a major energy flow between whoever we are trying to like. When you said the energy flows to them, I can understand it's people. So when you go to temple, you pray for yourself and you pray for them. Praying for them happens in the first place because you feel the responsibility of being a particular person to them is more than what you be for yourself. So when you put yourself in a place responsible more to others, you cannot expect the energy to flow to you. So the basic factors like it goes from heavily concentrated place to heavily not concentrated place. So energy flows to them. So they get a head off, like they get ahead of whatever they are stagnant on their life. So in that way, this is more like an energy sharing. So we are confused on our responsibilities. We don't know to draw a line. So that drawing a line, confusion in drawing a line, results in this energy sharing. So that is, it doesn't mean that you don't get anything. You will be queued. Yours will be the last one to get for you. Because you identify yourself with your surroundings and surrounding people, that they grow first and then the energy flows back to you. So you create a bigger ripple. So a ripple has to hit the wall and then come back to you. It doesn't straight away comes back to you. So that's the issue you are facing.
But isn't that unfair? Like, I practice and I meditate, but why?
Unfair, yeah. I can feel your pain actually. If you ask me, isn't it unfair? I would say, yeah, it is unfair. But I'll ask you one more question. Why did you overdo the responsibility part? What made you to think that you are responsible for each and every inch of the other beings?
I think so.
Yeah, when we confuse that part, right, everything becomes unfair because we are the one who did the unfair first. And it resulted in next unfair things. So we give bigger meanings to the smaller words and we take it overboard and then ask unfair. Yeah, that's first on your shoulders.
Okay, in today's world, we are facing a big challenge of balancing the personal spiritual practice with community expectations and a family. For example, if I meditate for even just 2 minutes, my mom tells me that I might become a saint. So, but they go to temple all the time. How can we handle this contradiction?
Basically, okay. So it is, you clearly said that your personal spirituality contradicts with the community expectations. So the answer is in your question. It is community expectation. Expectation is that they have something on you. They wanted that expectations to be fulfilled by you on the first place. So taking care, spirituality is in a way taking care of yourself. So when you take care of yourself before meeting the expectations they have set, it becomes a problem. So that's where the contradiction happens. But the youngsters and people of today's generation somewhere fail to express themselves in what they are actually doing. That is there in every part, I can say. See, if they eat at 12 o'clock, even I don't really know why they are eating at 12 o'clock on the midnight. And I really don't know. In my, if you take 10 years before, only the night shift employees eat at 12 o'clock. So when the generations change, when you sit in the home, like be in a home where you have to rest, you're ordering something and eating at 12 o'clock, people are really confused. They don't know why you are doing something. And that why you are doing something, confusion, is spread in every inch of your life. They try to ask the same question in every bit of your life. If you sit for 2 minutes, they wanted to know why you are sitting for 2 minutes. Is it because of stress? It is because of anxiety? It is because you have to calm down? Because if you say I have to calm down, they are worrying what happened to you to calm down. So, okay, if you say I'm stressed, they are wondering what happened that you are stressed. So on the first place, they are confused on every inch of yourself. That's why they are questioning more about how you are navigating your life. So these generations have very much failed to express their way of life. And even if they express, I don't think the parents are accepting it. That's a different topic to discuss. I think we will take another podcast for it. But as of now, I think the explanation part is on the very lacking. So when you can convince what spirituality does to you, when you can explore, for instance, if you become my disciple, and I teach you something, and you sit and do for a while. And your mom comes and asks you, like, what are you doing? You are like, it's been 20 minutes. You are trying to sit down, close your eyes. I would always wish my disciples to have an explanation with their parents. Like, I have gone to a guru, I have met him, I have taken a mantra so that I would get a good job, like these things. And if they ask, how will a mantra sadhana help you? I would have first given you that clarity, and I wish that you give the same clarity to your mom. Once we have explained ourselves sufficiently and then they rebel, that's a different story. But have we expressed ourselves sufficiently is the question which lacks in a greater number in this society today.
I don't usually accept things if just someone says so. But I want to know whether your tradition is just a dogma, just believe it and do it, or is there any deeper meaning behind it?
So you want Oxford and Stanford reports from me?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really have Oxford and Stanford reports, but if you wish, you could become my laboratory. Okay, jokes apart. But no, I'm not a dogma person. Even I don't support dogma things. What I teach here is a profound science. It's like, it is like as simple as a physics. When you have a circle fully, you will leave a rope inside it, you push it, things come out. So it's as simple. I give you a mantra sadhana, I tell you to sit and do something because I wanted you to align with the higher vibration of yourself. So only when you step up beyond your limitations, you can really see how well you can perform to yourself. So if you ask me whether my ideologies are dogma, no, it's not. Because I can surely say mine is not dogma because there is good, there is bad in life. Dogma is more based on good and bad. If something is bad, it's bad. That's dogma. Maybe 20 years before, there is one instance. In 20 years before, if you see a astrology chart, when Rahu is misplaced somewhere, parents have cried a lot for that because their son or daughter will go for abroad, settle there, they will not come back to their native home. So they will have to be alone with their child. They should have to distance themselves from their child. But today, if the same Rahu is misplaced in the chart and parents see that, they are very happy because their son or daughter is going to settle abroad. So something bad 20 years before is now considered a boon today. So when you say my tradition, when you ask if my tradition is dogma, I would definitely say it's not, because my tradition, Sri Vidhya, or all these things are not entirely placed on good or bad. But it is designed to navigate this life between those goods and bads. There is good, there is bad. How am I going to take it? There is failures, there is success. How am I going to take it? Maybe I'm successful for this 5 years, for this phase of life. Will I be successful in next 10 years? So that's the core element I'm trying to solve it. That's the core element we are trying to fight. It's not about dogma. Dogma is like, if you are a first rank student, you will forever be successful. That's dogma. What I am trying to fight is that you can be a first rank student for 12th standard, but will you be the first rank student on college? Will you be excelling in the same level in the office? So I'm trying to look at the aspects of life. I'm trying to mentor people on every inch and aspects of their life, not to put themselves into a dogma and to carry themselves as a burden in this life. I want them to progress. I want to shed their old skin and become a new person day by day. So it's definitely not a dogma. It's a dogma only if we box ourselves to good or bad. If we want to navigate through good and bad, and we have to really look what's more into life, it's never a dogma.
Thank you for being here, Guruji. It was such a great conversation, and I hope we can pick it up again in another podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here once again.